As said in the previous video, today we're going to do something pretty important, and that is, in this next millennium, we are going to name ourselves, this species. And if you thought that name is human, I recommend going back to the other video. But no, I want to reiterate that once more, humanity is a title. It is a distinction. It's not a species. It's not a being. It's a crown. What it is to be human is to be the most humane, to be the most empathetic, to be the most kind, to be the most pleasure and sensation sharing. We are everything but this as a species. We are the most antagonistic race alive, responsible for an entire extinction event, even the only race to be anything like that, the only force like that. There's no other species responsible for an entire extinction event. We're extremely separated. We constantly create box and boundary within ourselves, external from us. We do what we can to remove ourselves from nature. And to be human is to be absolutely nature loving. We are so destructive to it, again, both internal and external. So what now? Again, we are going to try to name ourselves, and this is a work in progress. What do we name ourselves? We call Homo sapien, but I don't want to use any boring, that kind of scientific distinction. I don't like any of the newer names that still kind of give us a huge air of supremacy, some kind of center of the universe. I'm not a big fan of them. I want to give us a name like giraffe or, cat, and I won't be that short, trust me, I'll get into it. But we are now going to remove that title of human. We don't deserve it. And in these next few years, the name I'm going to suggest for us, and it's windy, I'm going to call it Erosusorang. Erosusorang. And that is a very airy name. So let's get into why I'm calling it this, why in this culture we're going to be given this name. So let's start with Eros. This is a very erotic love. This is sensual love. This is what we are as a species. We're very touch-based. We're very bonded by touch, by caress. The sexuality should be medicine to it. Touch should be a language. These things are typically holistic to us as a species. We are a very sexual species. We are polyamorous, orgiastic. This respects what we honestly are, what we do on this planet, really. Kind of at our core, we're a great ape. We are just constantly touching, constantly fondling. This is what we are. We come together with touch. The next is sus. Sus, I'm using S-U-S as it means pig. It's in pig in Latin. And the reason I'm using pig is to try to remove us from that again, that idea of just this, we are something other than nature. I want a name that brings us back to that. That reminds us that, yes, we are mammal. Yes, we are a species of this planet. We are of this clay. Sometimes we roll around and play in it. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. Seuss respects the mammal we are. It respects the nature within us, the nature in others. Because I also hope in putting us, in giving us that name, I also prop up the pig a little, because that species is treated horrifically at the moment. It's a species that is even smarter than dog. It has a higher intellect, a higher memory capacity, a higher, it has a greater social network. It has a greater sense of smell. It's everything people want out of the dog, except it's not quite as good at killing and alarming. And that's not anything for the dog, but the pig should be treated as a tremendous friend, and should be given at least a higher level of respect. So I'm hoping that this kind of does that. Bring us down to nature, but also bring something in nature that is being killed at horrific speeds. And also, it's kind of to remind us how close our flesh is to pig, oddly enough. It's used for weapon testing and makeup testing because its flesh is so similar to ours. Its organs can be used in transplant. We can use pig organs to continue ourselves. Something is there that connects humanity and pig. Even for people who eat people, cannibals, they will say the same thing, how this tastes, how people taste like pig. Religions, and again, this is no religion at all, that tend to have dietary restriction, what animal typically gets on that chopping block. So I don't know what it is with pig, but there's something, at least when it comes to our flesh, that's very close to it. So again, Seuss, Erosusorang, and orang is person, and I'm taking that from, I believe it's Malaysian, Indonesian name for a person. Orang means a person. I take it from orangutan, which combined together itself means person of the forest. But I'm just taking person out to remind us of, again, our great ape roots, but also of what we are, is a species of masquerade, is we're constantly putting mask after mask on, that at any point we can choose to be another character, that we can put ourselves in other people's shoes. We play the role of people. We play persona. We all have a mask, many of us anyway. I know some can't social mimic, but various can. And we act. We have a role. We often give ourselves title, even, unfortunately, in this culture, and we give this title a role. And in these next few years, we're going to learn quickly the difference between giving a person a title and role, identity, and expression. I think these are things that will challenge us in the next several centuries, honestly. A new age is upon us, and I hope we cover it. Erosusorang. That is wordy. I guess I'll mention some problems with the name. Naturally, it's wordy. It's very breathy. That's 5 syllables. It's not as easy to say as human or even man. But fuck it, I think it's deserved, honestly. We get to call ourselves human and use that delicious brevity once we earn it again, once we prove in the next 1,000 years that we can be called the most empathetic, kind, pleasure-sharing species on this planet. To share in presence and sensation in the things outside of you, to allow them to be. Can we truly be that? Can we treat animal and plant life as sacred as us? Can we treat everything about us as sacred? Everything we do, our form, our body, our function. Can we truly be human? The next 1,000 years, I believe, will answer that. At least that what this is going to believe. So for now, Erosusorang. I bid you adieu.